It's Monster Mayhem.
Here at Galaxy of Film. What's up, guys? It's Max from Galaxy of Film here at Nightmare Weekend, brought to you by GalaxyCon, of course. Today, I'm with David Howard Thornton. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And first of all, before we even move forward with this, congratulations on the beast that is Terrifier 3.
Thank you.
Like, oh my God. As someone who's an independent filmmaker myself and I'm the head of this production company, I am so proud of you guys and so thrilled to see this franchise become what it has become now.
It's been crazy. We did not expect this type of reaction that we got this weekend, so we're very grateful to everybody for coming out and supporting us. So yeah.
Of course. So just quick couple questions for you. First of all, now this is the third movie going on to the fourth one. So were there any movies or roles you kind of took a deep dive into to get into the role of Art the Clown?
Originally I looked into a lot of the old classical silent film era movies because I loved those growing up. So I wanted to just reacquaint myself with a lot of Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin, Harpo Marx, of course Mr. Bean. Big influence there. But also I looked at a lot of old horror movies too, because I took a lot of inspiration from the greats that came before me. Because I look at art as being a big, huge love letter to slashers in general. So I want a little bit of everybody that came before inside of art. So, but for part 3, we did a little bit more deep diving into that one because it's a Christmas movie, and we took a lot of influences from great horror Christmas films, especially like Black Christmas and stuff like that. But Damien, especially for the first film, the first scene in the film, Damien really wanted me to look at the old Tales from the Crypt episode of the home invasion with the Santa Claus. Yeah, both the 70s version and the one that they did in the early 90s. And so he wanted that kind of feel for that scene. So I did a deep dive into that and watched those. That was a lot of fun. I did a lot of research last year during the holiday season, just watching a lot of Christmas horror movies. So I had a lot of fun doing that.
Of course, it's awesome. I have to say it as well too. Terrifier 3 is officially up there with Die Hard as the best Christmas movie.
Ah, man.
I don't know if you heard that yet, but I love
it.
it.
That's high. Now that's some high praise.
So with that being said too, obviously fourth one's confirmed, 3 deep so far. We don't know where this franchise is going to go in the future, how many numbers we have left. And I'm not going to ask that kind of question. I don't want to put you in a spot like that. But personally, how long do you want for this role? Is this something you want to do indefinitely, or do you want a grand finale for Art at some point?
I mean, that would be cool to have a grand finale for him, but I love the character so much, and I think there's so much potential with him that I don't want to just limit him to 4 or 5 movies. I'm happy to play him as long as possible, as long as we can keep telling interesting stories about him, finding new things to do with him instead of just getting stale and doing the same thing over and over again. I look like the Chucky series where they've done a great job constantly reinventing themselves and finding new places to take the character and stuff like that. So I hope we can do something like that with him.
Great comparison to Chucky as well, especially compared to some of the other horror franchises too. And kind of touching back to some of the films you've had to study for the role too. Obviously, Terrifier has kind of pushed the limits of mainstream horror these days too. And looking back on the film that kind of started pushing the boundaries, Cannibal Holocaust. Do you have any opinions on that film?
I've actually never seen Cannibal Holocaust. Can you believe that? No, I've heard a few things about it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm just but I actually haven't seen it.
Have you ever seen Green Inferno, the remake?
No, I haven't. I know, horrible me. I know. I need to eventually. Bad David.
We'll forgive you this time.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
That's some awesome though. Thank you for taking the time out to speak with us.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Hi everybody, I'm Naima Saeed with none other than David Howard Thornton. Wow. This is, wow. I'm with Galaxy of Film and I just have a few questions to ask you.
Okay.
Art the Clown himself. First and foremost, of course I have to ask the most askable question. What is your favorite kill out of all 3 movies?
Spoilers allowed?
Spoilers are allowed.
Okay, my favorite is the bar scene. I love doing that. That kill made me feel like a Batman villain. I loved how creative it was. I had so much fun with it. Just doing that scene in general, I just got to play around, but I just love that idea of making a human being into a snowman in a very perverse way. And we were actually going to take it further, but we didn't have enough time. We ran out of time. I was also going to take some coal out, light it on fire, and stick it in his eyes.
That would have been.
We just ran out of time.
Oh my God. We
Yeah.
actually talked to Clint Howard as well, and he was just, what an amazing, iconic. I mean, we watched it on opening night, and we just, time of our life with that. But love to know that. And of course, as you know, a franchise that was an independent movie to begin with, and now look at you, you're the next horror icon. What advice, I'm telling you, what advice do you have for actors such as myself and filmmakers, you know, such as Galaxy of Film? You know, what advice do you have for us that want to get on that type of level, or, you know, to get to where you are? You're such an inspiration.
I say, one, be persistent. Just with, you know, acting, with just trying to get a film out, just be persistent with it, keep at it. You know, it's like one thing I've always done is I wear a lot of Terrifier merchandise where I go around, just for that way of just getting the name out about the franchise and stuff like that. But also just in our career, it's just like you constantly face rejection.
Yes.
And you never know when that one yes is going to change everything for you. And that's what happened with me just career-wise, and happened with our franchise too. It's like, and it's because we were taking risk, and I think a lot of people, especially this day and age, are so risk averse, and it's like risk breeds innovation, and that's what I think that's what made us so successful. Is like we were doing things that no one else was willing to try to do at the time, and we were very ballsy about it, and we just did our own thing, and we're like, well, you know what, we like this. Hopefully, other people like it, but if they don't, oh well, we're still going to do our thing, and apparently it worked. So, you know, just be persistent and take risks. You never know what's going to lead you.
I love that. Thank you so much. May I?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It is an
welcome.
honor.
Oh, thank you.
Truly an honor. And the risk that you take is so inspiring.
Thank you.
And it's, let me tell you, gore is my favorite subgenre. And your movies, chef's kiss. So thank you for all the work that you do. Thank you to Damien Leone for taking those risks and not letting anybody tell him no, and being true to who you guys are. And I cannot wait to see what the rest of the Terrifier movies are going to be in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. What an honor, truly.